Hey y'all, my name's Colin James and I'm the founder of MKR Home, where you can turn your house into a home by empowering homeowners and renters with tools, materials, and guidance. We conducted over 100 interviews with 111 total during the semester. The original idea we had was focused on teaching DIY skills through structured learning. This platform would teach people how to build and create with features including step-by-step tutorials to guide users through projects, focus on hands-on skills and confidence. The target audience we had were actually beginners looking for DIY projects and ranging abilities as well. Some of the assumptions that we had were that users primarily needed education to overcome some of these challenges. Some of the limitations that we saw were fragmented resources, lack of tools, and difficulty managing the project. The early customer discovery that we had, we first started off by asking a couple different questions. We wanted to see if homeowners and renters were equally interested in DIY projects. What kind of projects have they completed? What do they want to tackle as well? What do they need to know before they start? And what pain points do they encounter during these projects? We're able to identify over 100 renters and homeowners. We created a tracker to organize research and outreach. We scheduled 15-minute interviews with each of these folks and look at users with various different experiences, such as beginners to advanced, and went through various different social media platforms to engage these folks. Some of the patterns that we saw was homeowners tend to focus on large-scale projects, while renters prioritize reversible decor upgrades, while both are still enthusiastic about DIY. Some of the surprises we saw were a lot of folks are using Pinterest, but most don't actually follow through on these projects because they feel overwhelmed and there's a lack of confidence in execution. Some of the key insights I gathered was that DIY enthusiasm exists across both renters and homeowners, and inspiration really isn't enough, and users need actionable guidance and resources. The idea did change, and we did pivot to a new vision, which included a shift to actually a full DIY ecosystem after identifying a few unmet needs for tool sharing, renter-friendly solutions, and personalized guidance. It shifted because we gained an insight that a standalone education tool is not enough, and that we needed a DIY ecosystem with tool access and actually project execution. The aha moment that I had was that DIYers don't just want a place to learn, they want an end-to-end solution that simplifies the entire process from ideation to implementation. So we're able to help users discover, learn, access tools, collaborate with their community, and also manage their projects. Looking at the different customers we had, the first one here is Emily. She is a renter. She's in her late 20s. She's a marketing coordinator. She loves home decor, and she also is a part of a lot of DIY social media groups on Pinterest and TikTok. She's an early evangelist, and a few of her needs include she needs reversible DIY solutions, but her pain point includes that she lacks access to a lot of different tools. Alex is our next user. He's a homeowner in his mid-30s. He's a software engineer, really enjoys landscaping. He's on the HOA board. He loves watching HGTV. He's a decision maker, and he needs some step-by-step guides for his projects. And some of the pain points he has is lack of structured education. Looking at the business model canvas, it shifted from our first version to the final. Looking at the feasible section here, the key partners started with the DIY experts and Home Depot, moved to the key activities, actually improving the platform and creating the educational content. And the resources we were using were the technology development, user community, and the marketing and branding. Looking at the desirable section, the value proposition we had for homeowners was provide confidence, save time and money. For renters, the value prop was to personalize the space, have affordable upgrades, and find help and resources. And wanted to make sure we had customer relationships and through our channels of our website and our social media as well. We want to make sure it was viable, so we would actually have a cost structure for platform development, marketing and acquisition, content creation, and generate revenue through our DIY project kits. The final version changed because we were able to actually add the tool rental providers to our key partners and have affiliate marketing links in that as well. We changed from development focus activities to actually customer discovery activities and continuing to test our assumptions and continue our key resources out in our community and building our marketing brand. We want to make sure that the homeowners have the value proposition of personalized projects they can track as well. And then the renters want to make sure they can build their confidence and have temporary upgrades. Continue to build that community engagement, and also building the website and application partnership with stores now. And then we wanted to make sure it was viable. The cost structure would continue customer research, user outreach, and building that community. And then we get revenue from the partnerships with the retailers, the affiliate commissions, and fees on the tool rental as well. Looking at our next model, the total addressable market, about 65% of consumers globally have undertaken at least one DIY project in the last year. The servable available market, millennials are the target here, and they account for approximately 50% of online purchases. And then the target market is both renters and homeowners. So renters in the millennial group, they make up a significant portion of the market. And then homeowners focus on the projects that enhance the property value as well. I want to show an example of a customer workflow for Alex. So he wants to transform his backyard for his family by installing an above ground pool. So we'll see how his project workflow changes from before to after using MKR Home. So first, with his present mode of operation, starting with the inspiration page, he's able to browse ideas on Pinterest. He then measures his backyard space manually. He finds a pool that meets his criteria. He gets a list of materials he needs, creates a budget. He has to make sure he has all the materials. If not, makes multiple trips to Home Depot. If he does, he moves on to the actual execution. So he gets the sand delivered, starts leveling the ground. If it isn't leveled, the decision point here is to repeat that step as well. And then he starts the framing for the foundation with wood landscaping. He assembles the pool frame and then actually fills the pool with water. And then we go to the completion step. If everything is working as completed, he makes sure he spends additional time troubleshooting. If not, everything's good to go. He can actually go out and enjoy his new pool. In the future, using MKR Home, he'll actually browse the ideas on MKR Home's inspiration page. He can use the app's AR visualization tool to see how the pool fits in his backyard. He can use the app to measure the pool and see that it fits perfect in his backyard. And then he has a material calculator on the app to determine the quantities and costs. And then next decision point he has here is to see if he has all the materials, and he can actually buy the materials directly from the app. He then uses the app's project planner and tracks the tasks like sand delivery. He then checks to make sure the ground is level, and if it's not, he can ask for guidance in the live Q&A forum. He then watched tutorials and videos on the app for techniques to build the foundation. He assembles the pool frame by watching step-by-step instructions in the app, and then fills the pool with water and can set the timer on the MKR Home app when it's done. And then a few more completion steps. He makes sure everything's working well. If not, he can actually go back to that Q&A section. And then once everything's good to go, he can share the before and after photos in the community showcase. He can document lessons learned in the apps section, and then he can enjoy the pool, finally, most importantly. So looking at the path forward decision, our decision is a go. It is desirable, and users have demonstrated strong demand for personalized project guidance. It's feasible, and the customer discovery showed positive feedback on structured guidance. And then it's viable. There's multiple monetization opportunities, including project kits, affiliate links as well. And so looking at the different confidence levels with our business model canvas, the value proposition really has high confidence in addressing the inspiration and personalized guidance needs. The revenue stream has medium confidence in monetizing that tool sharing services, but can still generate revenue there as well. Looking at next steps, we will want to continue customer discovery, expanding on that customer discovery by targeting repeat DIYers, really refine those core features and continue to test and improve those. Pilot partnerships, collaborate with retailers like Home Depot with those toolkits and affiliate partnerships. And then we want to validate tool sharing demand and start with places like Home Depot, who are trusted. And then we want to develop educational content, so short form DIY learning content for Instagram Reels and TikTok to test engagement. That is my presentation, and thank you so much for listening.